The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
And good morning. You're listening to the world-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO FM in Jesup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Butch Hubbard here with you, along with Bob Morgan. It is a Tuesday morning, the 14th day of May. And the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by the Wolf Animal Hospital on West Cherry Street in Jesup, by Meimer's Ford in Blackshear, and downtown Jesup, the Women's Health Center, and also Murphy Builder Supply. Bob, how you doing today?
I'm fighting a head cold right now. I'm good.
A head cold. You stay on that side of the counter, and I'll stay over here, all right?
Yeah, something jumped on me last night, so I just can't shake it. But I'm here.
It feels good outside, doesn't it?
It's a nice
Low
day.
60s out there this morning. Nice, cool air. Feels
right.
good.
It's just going to be like that all week, so that's good.
I like it. It feels good when you walk out the door and feel that cool temperature. Well, we've got a very special person in here this morning.
Yeah, we got a big scrimmage up in Douglas Friday night, taking on Wayne County, or taking on Brooks County and Coffee County. And I thought we'd just get the AD and head football coach Ken Cribb in here, give us all the details and tell us how spring football is going and what the numbers look like and what we can expect this coming fall. How you doing, Coach?
Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Butch.
Good morning.
Appreciate the invite to be here this morning. It is a beautiful day.
So what do we look like so far?
Well, it's you don't get a lot of time. Spring's kind of funny. You have 13 days to get 10 days of football in, and of course you battle weather. I know yesterday it had a big little lightning in the area and sent us inside. And, sometimes it's blessings in disguise. So got to slow down and really teach defense. Spent a lot of time on the board and breaking down film and really doing some teaching. And offense spent a lot of time, diagramming exactly their techniques, their assignments, and what we're trying to get done. But really excited. We got some really good talent coming. We're down 35 people from last year's team that was on team last year, so that's a big hole to fill. But not making any excuses. I hope to be at the same level of competition that we've been the last 2 years.
I don't know who's going to be more sad at graduation, you or who. I mean, all those seniors walking across that front.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
That's a big class leaving Wayne County, but it's fun to watch them. But we had the signing ceremonies, but like I said, it's next man up, as they say in football.
Exactly. Hey, been doing it 32 years, and I'm telling you, that's part of it. That's the fun part of it too. Honestly, just being able to taking on the challenge of replacing key people and trying to replacing 35. But we got some good young ones they're excited. They're waiting their turn, and they're really looking good. We're doing some good things. Defensive coaches, they'll have them ready. I can guarantee it. And our line seems to just keep getting bigger and bigger on the offensive side of the ball. We got some big ones. I think we got about 3 of them now that's ranging from 330 and on up.
Jeez, back when I was at Wayne County High School, if you weighed 220, that was a big lineman.
That's right. But they're learning what we're doing, and they picked up. And I tell you what, it's really good to see the kids that's been in the program now 2 years with our system. They understand what we're doing, and we do it a little differently. We speak a separate language, and that way we can communicate in front of our opponents, and they don't really know what we're doing, and it makes it a lot of fun to be able to communicate and just see the light come on, and they understand, schematically, the design and what we're trying to get done.
Before we get into personnel, let's talk about Friday night's format. We're playing 2 different teams. We're playing Brooks one half, Coffee one half, and then sit out half. So tell us how the format's going to go Friday night.
So anyways, we'll match up against Brooks at 7:00 Friday night, and we're going to start off with our young kids. I'm taking 66. And we got them broken up into 2 groups. We got our top 33, which is we're calling the A team. It's mostly the Friday night guys that'll be on the field when the game's competitive. Then we got our next 33, which is, in years past you'd probably call it junior varsity, but it's our younger 33 that less experienced. And we'll start with those guys, the young guys. They're going to get 6 minutes, first half of the first quarter, and we'll have either offense or defense first. They'll get 3 minutes on offense, and then stop the clock. We'll get 3 minutes on defense against Brooks. And at that point, at the 6 minute mark, we'll start off. We'll clear the field and start with the varsity. And we'll do special teams, but it'll be dead. So we'll be kicking off or returning, and it'll be a live type scrimmage from that point on, other than special teams being dead for another quarter and a half. Once we've completed 2 quarters, 1 half, we'll sit while Brooks takes home coffee. They'll do that exact same thing, and then the nightcap, we'll go against coffee, and again, repeat the process, starting with the young kids for 3 minutes on O, 3 minutes on D, and then the varsity will hit, the A team will hit, and we'll go through a game-type situation for another quarter and a half.
People ask all the time, is there going to be admission price? I'm sure there is. I'm sure coffee's going to charge the game.
They're going to charge. They're going to charge. Yeah.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. Let's talk about the personnel. Like I said, we lost a lot.
Now, do you get any of that money?
Yes, sir.
Good.
We're gonna get a third.
Okay.
We're gonna get a third.
All right.
Out of the gate.
Our program gets a third of the gate. All right.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, we lost a lot, so talk about what's coming back. I know there's some starters on both sides of the ball coming back, so you at least get a little nucleus coming back.
Yeah. Well, I tell you right now, what I'm excited about is Wayne County's getting a lot of traffic from the colleges, and that doesn't happen unless you got some guys that can play football. And the last 3 weeks has been, I mean, it's just been incredible how many colleges have come through our front door, and they're looking at our kids, and we got kids that can play. But defensively, we got 3 prospects that are returning. That all 3 are being recruited heavily. And start with Jalen Barnum. Jalen's returner at linebacker. He's going to be an incredible player. He's got a lot of offers. He's got, 10 or 12 offers on the table already, getting recruited by a lot of really good schools. And
he hasn't committed anywhere, right?
No, sir.
I know he's got military offers like Army and
Navy,
right,
Citadel.
right,
I mean, he's got, he's getting a lot of attention. He's got Joe Southern's come to see him this morning.
Tell us a little bit more about Jalen. How big is he? What position is he
Jalen's 6 foot, 212 pounds, and biggest thing is his reading reaction, the way he pulls the trigger. He's an explosive ball player, very good nose for the football, and he's very physical. And then we got 2 defensive ends that again are getting a lot of attention, and that's Logan Pritchard. Logan went down to the GACA combine, was evaluated by National Preps or Cal Preps, and they get 6 foot, 233, timing at a 4.57. That's incredible. And then Cameron Williams is the other returning defensive end. Cameron 6'2", 200 pounds, and very explosive, very long. So those 3 are leading the way in the recruiting process. We also have returning starters in secondary, Kalijah Hartzog and Trayvon Chansey. Both are low 4.5 kids, very, very athletic. Little on the small side, but they make up with their play and ability. So that's 5 of our returners there on defense, and we got a lot of the kids fighting for positions. I know we got 4 of the linebackers out of Snapper Daniels and Antoine McBride, Jay Sean, Coran, and I'm leaving somebody out, but just a lot of kids just waiting their turn. Defensive line, we got rising sophomore Carlos Kincaid going to try to step in and help us. Craig Davis. Secondary, we got Terrell Wright. Is a very good athlete for us that started last year in nickel package. So defensively, I feel really good about. We have had to do a little something different. I hadn't done since the year 2008 because losing 35, and we do have some really good talent, but we don't have as much depth. We still have some numbers, but some of the kids aren't ready to play on that South Georgia 5A Friday night football. So we're practicing everyone both ways. We're gonna have we built depth, through that plan. So we have everybody available and up to date on what to do and their assignments.
And offensively, offensive line, it all starts with the center. Who's the center?
Yep, I'm really excited about my center. He's a rising sophomore. He's a very large, very athletic, very violent kid. Miles Starling. He's a baseball player. Very athletic. He's going to do a great job there. We got 2 returning starters in Gavin Garner. Gavin 6'3", 300. He's going to be returning at right guard. And then Chris Davis is returning. Chris 6'3", about 290. And he's going to move from left guard to left tackle. And looking forward to seeing old Jacob Baggs get on the field. Jacob 6'5", 366.
Word.
Yeah, he's
What
large.
position is he going to play?
He's playing left guard, but
Left guard.
he's become a lot more mobile. He came out in condition and worked out with the wrestling team in the winter, and that's really helped him. And then we're looking forward to Camden Williams at right tackle, another junior. So the line, I think Camden's 6'2", about 275. So line's big, strong.
You're going to have basically a sophomore, junior kind of oriented team.
Yeah, it's kind of mixed. We got a couple of sophomores, a couple of juniors, 2 seniors and a junior. Mm-hmm. So Shamar and Trey Pierce both returning, 2 of our quarterbacks, both looking really good. When one's quarterback and the other one will be at slot. So we're going to alternate there until we kind of figure out what's the best fit for us. But
so you got experience at quarterback coming back.
Got experience at quarterback. Good. Trevin Wallace, Trevin's got a chance to be, big time recruiting in Georgia. So Trevin 6'2", 212, wide receiver returning, and then Khalil Hadley returns at running back. Tavares Wilkins is going to get in that mix with him, and then trying to see who. Got a few younger receivers. Kalijah, Trayvon, and Terrell is going to help us on the offensive side at slots and wide receiver. So
which side do you have to build up the most this year after graduating 35 seniors, the offense or the defense?
I think it's pretty even. To be honest with you, Butch.
Okay.
Yeah, we got about half the starters back, and that starter had a lot of playing time, so it's pretty even. But of course, the defense is always ahead of offense.
Oh yeah,
just the way the game's built.
Last year you ran a lot of 2 tight end formations. You going to run any tight end formations this year?
We are. We're going to have Logan Pritchard and Carlos Kincaid. We're going to run our diamond package. We'll run it Friday night. We got a couple plays for it ready to go, and a lot of 2 back, 1 tight end, slot, and a wide receiver. It'll be our base formation, and versatility. Going 1 back if we need to, and spreading out a little bit more. But Jaden Miller is actually our starting tight end, rising junior, and he's going to be an impact player for us. And Logan Pritchard to give us depth at that position. So feel good about what we're doing. We've worked really hard in off season. Having the challenge of replacing 35 kind of makes you sharpen your pencil. And
it's amazing how that happens every few years. You've got a very big senior class that comes through, a lot of talent, and then I don't know how that happens. It doesn't to me, it seems like it doesn't even out all the way through the years. You have that big class that comes through about every 2 to 3 years.
You do, Butch, and so every now and then you have a lean. You'll be down to about 18 seniors, but you want to be around 20 to 25 seniors on your team each year at the 5A level. Anything over 25 is a good large number.
Mm-hmm.
Getting up to 33, that was really big. Actually, it was around 36 at one point last year, so that is a very large class. But this year we're having the low 20s on seniors on the team. So you want to try to stay balanced so you don't have years where you're really lacking older kids. It normally balances out.
And Ashby handled all your punting last year for you. That was a big mystery. Who's going to punt? He almost led the region in punting. So who's going to punt this year?
Well, we'd like not to punt. But I don't know, Bob. We might have to jump back in that field goal formation with Presley Kane and let him hit it about 65, 70 yards out of bounds. So
there you go.
Do what you got to do.
Your kicker this year, then?
Presley Kane is returning, and real excited. I had a coach at Bluffton High School, where he lived in our community that had coached 30 years at Ashland, up at Shenandoah University in Virginia, and he had retired to Hilton Head, and he was my kicking coach, and I've hooked him up with Presley. So Presley's getting a little bit of extra tutoring and coaching on the side. So excited. Coach thinks that Presley's got a bright future. So hopefully we don't hesitate to put a ball through the uprights.
Okay, we got athletic director and head football coach of Wayne County High School, Ken Cribb, in this morning, talking about the upcoming team and also the scrimmage coming up on Friday night.
And as soon as the scrimmage is over, graduation will take place, and will they get a week before they back?
Yeah, they get that 1 week, trying to finish up. We'll actually start on that Tuesday after Labor Day. It's Labor Day, Memorial Day.
You mean
Memorial Day?
Memorial Day is the last
I'm
Monday
jumping
of
to
the
the fall.
month.
Memorial Day, after that Monday, they have that Monday off. We get to work that Tuesday, and I have the weight room going. But our summer starts off early, and we feed them breakfast at the cafeteria. get started with our morning meetings, straight into weight room, speed training, and then hit the field, and then send them back in about 11:30, 11:45 for lunch, and we're done for the day. We are in two padded camps, one OTA, three 7-on-7 tournaments. We're going to be in the Cam Newton 2-day tournament in Savannah. We're going to the University of South Carolina for their big 7-on-7, and we'll be back in Pooler to the Pooler Recreation 7-on-7.
So they get back in the gym and conditioning on the Tuesday after Memorial Day?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that's the 28th, of May. Sounds like it's going to be a good year this year. Got a lot of slots to fill, but you've got a lot of young talent coming up, and experienced at quarterback and running back in a big line.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really am. It's like I said, it is a challenge, and to try to keep the level. We've won 20 games in 2 years, and 20-3, and just do that through having great talent and got great assistant coaches. I can't say enough about our coaching staff. They've really bought in. They've become part of the community. They're coaching a bunch of other sports, and I want to say a very special thank you to those guys, because they've taken ownership in this program, and they're partners. So just we're fortunate to have those men part of what we do.
And as athletic director, you've got to be very proud and satisfied with the level of competition that our spring sports teams did.
We've had a great year at Wayne County through athletics. I think we had several region champions. I know the three majors, football, basketball, and baseball won region championships. We've set a bunch of records, had a lot of kids at state track meet just placed. The girls golf team qualified for going to state. Baseball team again. That's pretty awesome when you're supposed to be having a down year, supposedly, and you still win the region championship, make it through 2 rounds of playoffs. And
it's interesting to see how those spring sports, they're out there practicing all the time. The tennis team did well this year, and track and all of them.
Yeah, tennis went further than they've gone in a long, long time. And not to leave anybody out. Everybody, girls team, basketball team went 3rd round. They got a lot of girls back. So, we just feel like all the coaches that work together, we share the athletes. They've really bought into our strength program. A lot of kids training year round now, and just the coaches really do a good job together.
Okay. Bob, any other questions or comments for Coach Cribb?
I won't go. I know he's getting ready for graduation. Got a lot of kids graduating, but your kids graduating as well. So
Man, that's sad.
Sad. It's supposed to be a happy occasion.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. But it's going to be tough. Big difference for me. It's 5 years he's actually been on the field with me.
When's your report to Valdosta State?
So he's going to go up this summer, but they can't. Coaches can't be with them during the summer. He'll report in August, but the players kind of have their own little thing they do in the summer, running routes, and he's been invited to come up and throw with the receivers and quarterbacks. So
they got him penciled in as a starter next year, or what are they telling him?
No, they think he has a chance to get on the field. So they only signed one receiver, so they got all the receivers back, and I think they're graduating one kid. But so he's going to really have to fight to get in there. And we got last 2 years we got 20 kids off playing college football at some level. So super excited about that. And it's always good to see these guys come home and visit school. And
you keep up with them much?
The best I can. I see some of them. Some of them you don't hear from a whole lot. You actually run into them. I know we had a big Tommy FaceTime me, and Tommy Adams never FaceTime me, so I figured something was bad wrong. But he was at the weight room, and there's a couple of our kids down from college in the weight room with him, and putting their head inside the little iPhone. So
amazing.
It was pretty exciting, pretty awesome to see those guys.
Okay, once again, we got a scrimmage coming up this Friday night. The details, once again, for folks who want to go to Douglas.
Starts at 7 o'clock down in Douglas at Coffee County High School. We'll square off with Brooks County for a half. And
at 7?
At 7, yep. Mm-hmm. And then we'll eat hot dogs and popcorn for a half, and then go back and play Coffee County for a half. So it's good competition, good measuring stick for us, and we just see how much developing we did in the weight room over the winter, and see
and what a regular halves with referees.
Yes,
the whole thing's.
Yep.
Okay.
The only difference is special teams will be dead, but
okay.
Other than that, we line up, still kick off, run their lanes, do normal stuff. So.
Okay, sounds great. Right.
Sure.
Bob, any other questions or comments for the coach this morning?
I think a lot of people may not understand that they moved away from the Georgia Dome for the state championships. They're going to play them at the old Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I sure would like to be there.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Playing, but
isn't that the field for Georgia State?
It is. Georgia State plays there, and I'll tell you, I think it's probably a good thing. That way, you don't have to worry about moving the weekend or postponing it because scheduling conflict like we had this past year.
Mm-hmm.
So you know where it's going to be. It's not going to change. It's nice facilities. So,
I haven't seen it since they remodeled it from a baseball field to a football field. Have you seen any pictures or anything?
I haven't either.
Yeah, I mean,
no.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you coming in this morning. Good luck with the rest of the practice this week and the scrimmage on Friday night.
Thank you for the invite. Thanks for having me on the show, and appreciate the job y'all do for Wayne County High School athletics. Go Yellow Jackets.
See you in Douglas.
All right. 822, 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. We'll be back more of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a moment.
Can you find it?
The Georgia Dermatology WIFO-FM Big Dog Country Cash Can.
Imagine, if you will, a specially marked can hidden in Wayne County, Georgia, worth $1,055. Your mission, should you decide to accept it, find the cash can. Clues to the can's location will be read Monday through Friday live on WIFO at 7:10 a.m., 12:50 p.m., 3:03 p.m., and 5:50 p.m.
Shortly after 5 p.m. on Friday, the clues will be posted online at BigDogCountry.com.
No purchase necessary. You must be 18 to claim the prize. Complete rules online at BigDogCountry.com.
The Georgia Dermatology WIFO-FM Big Dog Country Cash Can.
This promo will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
You going to be there in Douglas, Bob, for the scrimmage game on Friday? Oops, let me get your mic up. Go ahead.
We're broadcasting scrimmage Friday.
All right, so we'll do our half and then take a break and then come back and do our half, or
We won't take a break. We'll just have some interviews in between.
Okay.
We'll be live from 7 o'clock to the end.
Okay, so Wayne County plays Brooks County, which is Quitman, Georgia, at 7 for a half, and then we'll skip a half, and then we'll come back and play Coffee County for a half. And we'll have it all for you right here on 105.5 FM and BigDogCountry.com on our website. We encourage you to get on the highway and head on over and see the Yellow Jackets play and get a preview of the 2019 team.
Should be 2 good football teams we're going to see. I mean, both Coffee and Brooks can play, so it's going to be fun.
Yep. Yeah, I had to look up where Brooks County was. I couldn't remember what the county seat was, and it's Quitman, Georgia, on the other side of Valdosta. Yeah. Okay. Well, what's going on, Bob? Anything on your mind this morning?
Not really.
Not really. Just trying to keep it in neutral, huh? Just,
That's it. Just fighting his head cold. I'm trying.
Did you run into anybody that had something, or you just don't know where you caught it?
I have no idea.
No idea, huh? You taking meds?
I need to go get some.
Yeah, go get some meds, Bob. Your immune system's good, but meds help.
Headed that way today.
You are? Okay. Doesn't sound like you want to talk much this morning, Bob.
I don't have anything to talk about. I said my head's all ball.
Okay. Why don't you
I
go?
feel very good.
Why don't you go take care of yourself, okay? All right. WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, world famous Butch and Bob Show. Brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Frost Street in downtown Jesup, by the Women's Health Center in downtown Jesup on Cherry Broad, by the Wolf Animal Hospital located on West Cherry Street, and by Mike Birchford in Black Chief.
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.